How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical and of course we're back with Chill Rimworld for the weekend. Loving life. I think we've got a nice little base here. Sitting in the comments, always appreciate some backseat gaming. I find it fun, I find it entertaining. Someone's pointed out that it looks like there's an opening here if we mine this. So I think we probably will do that next episode. I just want to make sure the base is nice, everyone's mood is being kept high. Getting the prison is going to be a big thing. I also said that I wanted to start making beer because I've never really done it on this game, to be honest. Let's just do a 4x6. We haven't actually got the research for it, so don't grow anything there. How dare you? Haven't actually got the research for it. Derp-de-derp. What are we doing at the minute? There's solar panels, and then we'll go into batteries, and then we'll go into beer brewing, which won't take too long. Yeah, I actually think the base is pretty good. My apprehensivism, that's definitely how you say that word, is going to be if we get an attack, and if they get past this defense. But I think early on we haven't got to worry about that too much. Is that rotting? Yeah, I don't really want rotting in here. Yeah, don't allow rotting. I don't know, there's something about Rimworld, I can just get lost in it. But you know, we've got Mick, we've got Lewis, we've got Van. It's going to go fine. Anyway, let's see. So we could probably do with telling people to cut a bit more wood. Because we need to got wood. No, didn't work, did it? Steel. We've got quite a bit of steel, so we don't need to worry about that too much. We probably need to make our stockpile a little bit bigger. And hopefully we can actually make a semi-mountain base. I like the idea of sort of dipping in and out the mountain, if that makes sense. Sort of like what we're doing here, where you have bits on the edge, but then you've got like massive bits. Didn't mean to do that, but massive bits in as well. But definitely going to put our prison there. I just think it's nice because then if they break out, they're going to try and leave rather than come in and murder all our colony. Which, as fun as that is, it's quite actually devastating. And the idea is playing on this easy difficulty is we want to complete this. No messing about. The aim of the game is to win. So I'm trying to take this, not that I don't take it seriously in like past series, but I have a tendency to try and rush or not focus on what I'm doing for that episode. The problem is like I get really addicted to games, but then I start thinking about what I want to achieve. So I need to come with like a 10-point plan, basically, with like a PowerPoint document to you guys, to the people, to say this is the plan. Right, straight for batteries, because I think solar panels are just going to be massive for the colony. Okay, we've got our prison. Probably just put one bed in for the time being. Because the thing is, I'm always slow on getting the prison up. And then you end up getting summer. Oh yeah, I forgot because we've got winter here, so we need to make sure we actually stockpile some stuff. Let's make this a nice prison. You know, let's not tell them we're murderous scumbags on day one. Let's surprise them with it. Look, what sort of prison has a dresser? Like, they are lucky. Probably mine just one back because there is a opening here. Sappers are really going to ruin our lives when they come, but hopefully we're going to be really, really prepared. And I see no reason why we wouldn't be. Food situation, absolutely fine. Let me just make sure this is all set up. It is. I'm like, I keep being shocked every time I come on, like, okay, it's not too bad. The problem is like, and I've seen people in the comments, so in past series I've played on Randy Random on the hardest difficulty possible. And the problem is when Randy wants you dead, he gets you dead. Because the problem is Randy can hit you as hard as he wants, straight off the bat, which is crazy. Obviously later on, some of these heavy hits aren't too bad, but early on they're just absolutely devastating. So what we're going to do is we're going to be nice to Randy. We're going to caress Randy. We're going to say, hey Randy, hey you. And I'm going to give him a little wink. You know, just so he knows what we're about. Solar flare doesn't bother us. But yeah, like I said in the past episode, so the idea why we're going to make some beer is just so that if people's moods drop, perhaps we can get them onto drinking beer to boost it, rather than just letting people have breakdowns. Because I don't think that's something that I've been good controlling in the past, is breakdowns. Especially like food poisoning. I take food poisoning for granted sometimes in this game, because you think, oh, it's food poisoning. But actually the effects on movement, that sort of stuff, is actually quite, not devastating, but can cause a lot of problems, you know, in terms of if someone comes and attacks you, that sort of stuff. To be fair, basic tasks, just because your movement is reduced by so much. Keep dragging. I think it's going to move the map. We have got some medicine over here that is deteriorating. Lewis and Van need to really get on that. Hold down left shift and then we can prioritise holding all that, because that'd be devastating if we wasted all that. What we also want to do, pause the game because we'll read that quest in a minute as I smash my microphone because I'm ever so professional. What I want to do is to go into... Is that the one? I can't actually remember. Health, there we go. So we don't want anyone having the best drugs. We want to control the usage of them good drugs, because we don't want them being used on like a cold or something. We really want them being used when someone's going to die from an infection. Anyway, valuable items worth not too far. There is an unknown threat. Well, seeing as we don't really have any weapons or anything, I think we're happy to just, you know, go on our own. And we will do some quests, because I think they're a nice part of the game. They create a nice narrative. But I think especially early on, we're not going to be rushing about it. Our wood stocks are low, my lord. Let's get some tree chopping set. So everyone's mood. Sweaty, wants to sleep. Recreation. I always forget about that. So let's get just a horseshoe pin there. And then actually I am going to get an early chess table. I say early. Where's the best? I'll put it there. That'll look nice and tidy. A stall. Nice. And then that should sort out that. Soaking wet, we could get coats eventually, but that's not going to be a priority early on. So now we do have the room in our little crafting room. And I do need to set this to prison. I said I just want to make sure I'm not overloading people. And we do need to get solar panels down at some point. Ooh, we're really not going to have a lot of room in our base. I think I'm going to chuck down one, because I think one is going to do... The thing is, I've always used the wood fire generators in the past, just because they are a little bit smaller. The problem is just trying to keep up with it. And what I also find is it's another task you're then asking your 3 amigos or however much to do, because hauling, and early on I don't want them to have to keep wasting, let's say, 5 minutes every day, keep putting it in. And the effects, if it's not up, where were we going to put this statue? I think it would be nice in this room since the chef is going to spend a lot of time in here. Needs soaking wet. Okay, slightly impressive barracks. So we probably could do with some more statues in here. But I just like the idea of everything being okay. So where everyone is, no one's going to be utterly miserable. Which turns out that's a nice idea. we're going strong. Marriage is on. Woo, I'm so happy for you guys. Disease, flu. So 2 of our people have got flu. So we have got herbal medicine. So basically what we want to keep doing. Okay, what we need to do is pause. Who is our doctor? Okay, Van, you're our doctor. This is why you always have to check in case you mess up. So you need to tend to Lewis and then tend to Mick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to watch the progression of the flu. So basically the immunity percentage needs to be above the flu percentage. The immunity needs to hit 100% before the flu does. If the flu starts to get out of control and miles in front of the immunity, then we're going to use our expensive drugs, so to speak. So these drugs that we start with, just the medicines. So that's Randy letting us know he is here when you get flu straight off the bat. But I think we're in a good position. It's more going to stall progress than like dramatically damage it. I know you guys must be shocked, like, what is this going on? Tazastical, he's got the wit. He's got the knowledge. He's got the sexy voice. I know, guys. Just try and, like, hold back in the comments, not too much love. And then we're going to go beer brewing. Because I just think that's going to be a good option. I'm tempted to actually reinstall this. Yeah, I'm going to reinstall it down there. My idea is then we can get a solar panel sort of here, so it's not impacting upon stuff too much. Yeah, I'm fully aware we're in a really narrow situation. We haven't got a lot of movement. We're a close colony, okay? We watch each other in the shower, maybe that's too far. Yeah, we might have to have a word. It's Mick. He always takes the mick. You have to laugh at my jokes. It's like a requirement of the channel. Like, you signed up when you watch this video that you have to laugh at my jokes. So if you don't laugh, I think punishment for not laughing at my jokes is you become a member of my colony. But really, early on these hard difficulties, you just need a little bit of defence and get food production up. And you're pretty much golden. To then make sure you stay ahead of the curve, well, then you need to be focusing on research. Which we have been doing, absolutely fine. If I remember rightly, Lewis is our hunter. I thought I'd just double check just in case he didn't have a weapon or not an ideal weapon. We will send him out to hunt 2 things, just so we've got a bit of meat. We do have crops, but that can soon dissipate. Let's check their health, make sure we're keeping on top of it. So yeah, immunity is miles ahead. Well, not miles, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Lewis is doing great, it's just Mick. Luckily, the one colonist that isn't gone down is our cook and our researcher. So really, the only thing that's sort of slowing down is just resource gathering. So that's, to me, that's quite a happy position to be in. I mean, as happy as you can be when you've got 3 characters and 2 are down. I suppose it depends. It's going to. Hopefully, we get an attack soon. So it would be nice to get someone in our prison. That sounds quite psychotic when you say it out loud. Thing is, I always forget about prisons, and then I always get like a prisoner I can take really early, and then you sort of try and build like a makeshift prison really, really quickly, and then it just doesn't work. And should really make sure everything is roofed. Like you can hover your mouse over it. It does say indoors on the right hand side anyway, in a meditation spot. I never really dive too much into meditation. I had this game, and I've said it in the past, but I've had this game. I had this game when the creator or the company, however you want to look at it, like would email it out to you. So there's an update, here's the email, and like it was attached to the email. So I played for a very, very long time, and especially early on, I put hundreds of hours into it. But I think of late, I haven't been playing as much, so newer stuff like taking in animals, meditation, that sort of stuff passes me by a bit, so my knowledge isn't great. But that's why I really like backseat gaming and whatnot, so if people have tips and hints, to like drop them in the comments, because I do pay attention to them and I do appreciate them. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to watch a slug, and I don't want to be a slug, so. Talking about slug, and this is Tazascore's pointless knowledge for the day. Humans, on an evolutionary scale, are closer to salmon than salmon are to sharks. I learned that today. And to be honest, I've been thinking about it all day. It really, really confuses me. Mainly because how tasty is salmon? I have salmon on cream bagels. Salmon on cream bagels is amazing. So imagine a slice of human. Oh, what are you having for lunch? I'm having you, Jeff. Get on my bagel. You can see why I like Rimworld, because you can just kill people and eat them. And shame you can't make bagels. Shame you can't make bread. Because I suppose wheat is quite growable, isn't the right word. How comes you can't make bread? Because surely bread is the best. Because like if you look at bread in real life, like that's kept civilizations alive. Like mass producing bread at like 80p, or you know, cheap as chips, or cheaper than chips, to be fair. I suppose you can get milk, but you have to have the wildlife for it. Like we've got some muffalos on the map. So I think I will make an effort, like getting some chickens, learning the proper way to make like a proper coop and stuff. I know you can't have them just walking around, but it's nicer to have them in one place so you can keep an eye on them, so to speak. Beer brewing is done, which is actually really nice. So I think the concern is now getting mortars before we get attacked by mortars. Like carpet making is a good shout. Drug production is a good shout. But I think we're going to go to getting mortars straight off the bat. I think we've got everything we need currently. Everyone's mood is kept very happy. Good to know that there are other two. Oh no, Mick's still recovering. Didn't keep an eye on these as much as I wanted to, but he is going to be fine. We've got a hunter up, which is brilliant, meaning we're making sure we get more meat. Sage. and another desperate refugee are approaching. They say that crop blight starved them out of their village. Sage begs you for permission to stay at Tazwick for 11 days so they can rest and regroup. In return, they offer to work and fight for free during that time. If you make them happy, some may offer to join you. They may also reward you later. So it's just and Sage and other. Yeah, but I want to know how many. Well, to be fair, we could probably turn the prison into a makeshift, like... Yeah, we probably could get another bed in there, and that would work out absolutely fine. So I think we'll accept that. Like, I tend to like not accept quests, but I'm going to make a conscious effort to do more, like I said. Okay, so we've got 2. So what we're going to do is we'll undo that as the prison. And we'll put another bed there. So they can actually sleep up there. So if they try anything, they're not in the main plot. Now let's have a look at these. So we've got Sage and Sky. Incapable of dumb labour and social. Not terrible. Good shooter. Potential for mining, which is cool. Creepy breathing. Not the end of the world. Dislikes, distrusts men, and too smart. Not a terrible character, just below average. Okay, so I was expecting to see like pyromaniacs on both the characters. Okay, you've got a knife and a club. So then what we want to do is we want to move your work schedules to fit in with ours. So because they have the potential of leaving, I'm going to keep the top 3's work stuff the same. Currently, I might change my mind in 2 minutes. Because then if these 2 leave, which, does it say when they... Yeah, for 11 days, I don't then want to have to mess about with the work schedule to try and sort it out again. Because actually, I think I've got it pretty perfect for the time being. So let's have a look how they can help us. So straight away I'm thinking you can be a hauler and cleaner. Straight away I think you can do that. To be fair, you push your cleaning and you push your hauling up. Okay, so you're just going to haul and clean and I'm actually happy with that. Actually, you can help construct first, and then if you're done constructing, you're going to be just like Lewis then. So actually push that to 2. Push cleaning up to 1. So you're going to clean, haul, and then construct. You, my man, are just going to mine. Mine and plant cut. So that plant cut's important for you. So I might just remove you off plant cutting. And I think I'm happy with that. That's what we're going to rock with. Sage has nothing to do. You will do, mate. Don't worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a load of trees. We're going to get some... Oh, I'm glad that... I think we mined some components down there, which is cool. Now, steel is something we're going to use so much. But I don't really want to stockpile a load of steel at the moment. Okay, so we're mining that out. Next episode, we're going to mine that out to actually see what it uncovers. But I don't think there's a massive rush for it currently. Okay, what do you want? You're just telling us more valuable. Low shield pack. Problem is that unknown threat. You have no idea what it is because it's unknown. Woo! And then we'll probably set out some more huntersums. Wag on the map. We'll do alpacas. Alpaca is a dangerous food type. Medical emergency? Okay, you are being treated, it's just because the flu is so high. But the immunity will hit 100% before the flu does, so he will be fine. And then you've just got to wait for the percentage of the illness to then come back down to 0, so... We are cushy. So then we've got so much to do, we could actually uncover this area now. Because it could or could not be game changing. Oh. And when I say could or could not be game changing, because it could open out like, all that could be like open area. Like in one of my series, like I'd planned out my mountain base, like let's say on this bit here. Done all the kill trap. That covered like that much. Got through to the other end and it was just an open area and I've never been so gutted in my life. To be fair, we could probably mine out all this and then build walls up there to just make our stockpile a little bit bigger. Because the more people we've got, naturally our stockpile is going to be bigger. Because we're going to have the potential to actually do more. Okay, you're doing beer. Yeah, no drugs. Because I'll sort out the beer rules in a bit. Because I don't want people just thinking they can max and relax in my sieve and just have beers all willy-nilly. You only have beers when you've given me blood, sweat and tears. In that specific order though, that's the important thing you need to know. No one just gets free beer in my colony. Apart from me. But I haven't got a beer at the minute anyway, so what does that even matter? Let's be honest. You'd have to be really, really desperate to have like warm beer next to a dead llama carcass. Saying that, the body's getting cold, so you could put the beer like literally in the carcass. It'd be a little bit different to like an ice bucket that you normally have. But it's because it's how we stay cool and relevant. It's like, oh, did you go to Tazastical's colony? They have llamas with beer in them. Beer holders, see? Okay, we literally have no wood though. To be fair, we have no stockpile room for it. So we'll start just expanding this ever so slightly. Have we actually queued up? Yeah, we've queued up some wood cutting. I always hate going too close to the map in case, like, attackers pop up and go, hello, and blow your brains out. Not really the hello you want, but in Rimworld it will be the hello you get. A guinea pig has been tamed, like, okay. I think we'll just slaughter it for food. Come to our base, you'll be safe. That's like a priest saying, yeah, come and confide in me, you'll be safe. That's how much in danger this guinea pig is. I'm sure he'd probably pick the priest over getting just slaughtered to death. Well, he might like it. He might like it so much he might actually turn the priest off. Anyway, if you got to this point of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. As we uncover an ancient danger. Hopefully it's not near us. That's not too bad. I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.